Hello students, my name is Niyati Said and thanks for watching Edupedia Word videos. My topic for the presentation is the 6th section. In this section of the presentation, we'll be studying about the human appendicular skeleton. As I have already taught you, human axial skeleton. Therein, we studied skull, vertebral column, hyoid bone and ear bones. Now we'll study human appendicular skeleton. I have told you that our human skeletal system, it is divided into two principal divisions, and they are axial and appendicular skeleton. Axial we have already studied. Now comes appendicular skeleton. Okay. So the bones of the limb along with their girdles, they constitute appendicular skeleton. Each limb is made up of 30 bones. The bones of hand, we call it as forelimbs, and the bones of legs is known as hind limbs. Okay, so total number of bones that are found in human appendicular skeleton is 126 in number. Human appendicular skeleton, it includes girdles. Girdles are of two types: pectoral girdle and pelvic girdle. Pectoral girdle, they are 4 in number. Pelvic girdle is 2 in number. Okay, so 4 plus 2 is equals to 6. That means 6 bones are found in girdles. Then comes limb bones. Limb bones consist of 120 bones. That's why 120 plus 6 is equals to 126 of total bones that are found in human appendicular skeleton. Okay. See, this is our shoulder joint. Okay, this is our shoulder joint. These are the rib cages. These are the forelimbs, head of humerus. Okay, and then comes ulna and radius, which is again you can say again bones of your forelimbs, that is your hands. Okay, see this bright colored, it is the zoom view of this bright colored. Okay, now comes pectoral girdle. It is also known as shoulder girdle. Okay, the one which is found in our shoulder, and it consists of 2 bones, which are those scapula and clavicle. Okay, Coracoid process and Acromian process, they are the parts of scapula. Okay. Now comes clavicle. Clavicle is also known as your collarbone. This is your collarbone. This one is your collarbone. Okay, and it is also known as beauty bone. At the junction of scapula and clavicle, see, this is your clavicle and this is your scapula, which is triangular in shape. So a cup-shaped glenoid cavity is formed. Okay, you can say it is kind of a depression wherein the head of the humerus, that is the first bone of your hand. Okay, that is your humerus. So the head of humerus articulates in this cavity, in the glenoid cavity, which is found in the clavicle and the scapula junction. Now comes pelvic girdle. Pelvic girdle is also known as hip girdle. Okay, this is your hip girdle. Each half of the pelvic girdle is called as ossinominatum. Ossinominatum. Okay, and it is formed of 3 bones: ilium, ischium and pubis. Ilium, ischium and pubis, they are formed of 3 bones. Then 2 pelvic girdles, they are joined by slightly movable joints, which we call it as pubic symphysis. In my next section of the presentation I'll be teaching you about the joints. Okay, but for the time being, just know that the two pelvic girdles, that means the two hip girdles, they are joined by slightly movable joint, which we call it as pubic symphysis. In my previous section of the presentation, I have already given you the overview of the human appendicular system. Please refer to that presentation for detailing. At the junction of three bone, a depression called acetabulum is formed to hold head of the femur. Femur is the longest bone which is found in our thighs. Okay. Obturator foramen is formed by ischium and pubis. As I have told you that hip girdle is made up of ilium, ischium and pubis. Ilium, ischium and pubis. So the obturator foramen is formed by ischium and pubis. Now we'll be studying about the limb bones first. That is a part of your human appendicular system, and they are around 120 in number. And then comes your forelimb. First is your forelimb. We'll study about the forelimb first, and then we'll study about the hind limb. So the forelimbs, they are about 16 number, because we have two hands, so 30 bones in each hand is there. Okay, and it includes one humerus, which is known as the first bone of your upper arm. Okay, and it is characterized by the presence of deltoid ridges for the attachment of muscle. That means where the muscles get attached to the this humerus bone, a deltoid ridges are there, which is a characterizing feature of humerus. Okay, and then comes your radius and ulna. Radius and ulna are the next bones of the lower arm, which we call it as brachium. Ulna is a longer and the outer bone, and sigmoid notch is present at the trochlea of humerus. Okay, see this then comes your see, we have studied humerus, radius and ulna. Okay, three bones of upper and the below arm. Now comes our bones of wrist. Okay, bones of wrist are known as carpals. Carpals are the name of the bones of the wrist, and they are 8 in number, and these are arranged in 2 rows. One is scaphoid, one lunate, and 3 triquetrum. Okay, third is triquetrum, fourth is pisiform, and fifth is trapezium, sixth is trapezoid, seventh is capitate, and eighth is hamate. Okay, these are the numbers which I have mentioned here. First is your scaphoid. This is your scaphoid. Then second is your lunate. This one is your lunate. These are the bones of the wrist. Okay, and third is your triquetrum. Fourth is your pisiform. See, this is fourth is one is your pisiform, and then see fifth and sixth. Sixth is your trapezoid. Seventh is your capitate. Eighth is your hamate. So these are the bones of wrist. Okay. Please note that I haven't mentioned here fifth number, because fourth and fifth, they are formed by the few forms unciform, which is formed by fourth and the fifth, you can say, bone, and it is absent in rabbit but present in man. Okay, forelimbs. Continuation. Then after carpals, there are 5 metacarpals. Metacarpals, they are the bones of your palm of your hand, and these are thin and long. And then come your phalanges, that means the bones of your fingers, and phalanges, they are 14 in number, 2, 3, 3, 3 and 3. In your thumb, there are only 2 joints, 1 joint, so only 2 bones are there, and in your fingers there are 2 joints, so there are 3 bones in each of your 4 fingers. So phalanges are 14 in number. Okay, Then comes your hind limbs. Hind limbs, they are also made up of 60 bones. Femur is your thigh bone, and it is 1 in number and is the longest human body bone. Then comes your one patella. Patella is known as kneecap. See, this is your thigh bone. This is your patella, that is your kneecap. And it is sesamoid bone, and it is absent in newborn. It is formed by ossification of ligaments. And then this is your tibia, and this is your fibula. Okay, it is a bone of shank known as shin bone. Okay, tibia is known as shin bone, and fibula, this bone is your fibula. It is a bone of shank region. It is thin and weak bone. Now comes your tarsals. Tarsals are the bone of ankle. They are arranged in 2 + 1 + 4 manner. Okay, astragal, calcaneum, navicular, cuboid, cuneiform, mesocuneiform, and ectocuneiform. These are the, you can say, the bones of ankle. Okay, that is your tarsal. In rabbit, tarsals are 6 in number, that is 2 + 1 + 3, unlike humans, that is 2 + 1 + 4. Okay, and there are 5 metatarsals. After tarsals, there are 5 metatarsals. Metatarsals are the bones of foot, okay, or sole. And then comes your phalanges, that is your bones of toes, and they are 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, that means in the toe there is only 2, you can say, bone, and in rest of the other fingers they are 3 phalanges, you can say, the bones. Okay, note, first of the fingers is called as pollex and the first toe is called hallux. First toe is known as hallux and the first finger is known as pollex. Okay, so this was all about your appendicular skeleton detailing. So thank you, stay tuned and keep watching Edupedia word videos.